Hi guys, and welcome back to another vlog. My name is Ariane in case you are new here, and I post weekly videos on YouTube on lifestyle, fashion, and wellness. And you guys, I'm kind of nervous about today's video because we're living in a new house, in a new apartment here in Colombia. We changed. Do you hear that dog? See, that's like an example of what I'm saying. So we moved Airbnbs and now we're in this new neighborhood, which is super nice, but the only downside is that we're living next to a highway. And literally you can hear everything, like anything from like dogs barking to people screaming to just trucks passing by. It's kind of wild, but I wanted to film this video anyways for you guys because I really wanted to share with you my tips and tricks on how to lose those 10, 15, 20, 30, 40 pounds of belly fat, and why you probably have that pot belly, and why you're probably having a really hard time losing that pot belly and you're not seeing changes even though you're probably working out. But there are some tips and tricks that I wanted to share with you that are really going to just help you feel your best and also lose that belly fat fast in an efficient way. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure that you subscribe, and also don't forget to like the video if you enjoy it, and make sure that you stay until the end of this video because I'm going to be giving you these solutions and how I got into the best shape of my life and also how I feel the best with these methods that I'm going to share with you. So disclaimer, I am not a doctor, I am not a licensed professional. This is something that I have learned with my own experience and with trial and error, and it is also something that I'm super passionate about, and I just live and breathe this type of content, and this is just my passion. Come. Oh, and Izzy wants to say hi. Say hi, Iz. She always says hi. You want to say hi? Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to mention that there's no quick fix to this. There's not a quick solution, and obviously losing belly fat is a process, and there's just not one thing that's going to make your pooch disappear. But I believe that I can give you different strategies towards each cause, and that's going to help you build a better and healthier lifestyle. Let's first talk about visceral fat. So what does visceral fat mean? So basically, visceral fat is the fat surrounding your intestines and your organs. And stress can play a super major role in you storing excess fat, and that is because when somebody is stressed out, their body releases a hormone called cortisol, which increases how much visceral fat a person's body stores. So question for you, have you seen like people that are skinny but they have like that pot belly? You know, like they have the skinny arms, the skinny legs, but you're like, why is it that they have that pot belly? So the reason for this is the amount of visceral fat that is held in the abdominal region due to poor diet, poor sleep, and stress. So if you have a good amount of visceral fat in your body, that means that you have a lot of inflammation, meaning that you're going to have fat accumulate in other areas of your body. So when that happens, that means that you're going to be fatigued, you're going to have water retention, and your immune system is not going to be at its most efficient point, meaning that you're going to feel lethargic and you're going to get sick all the time. So now that we know the basics and we know what visceral fat is, let's talk about cortisol, because cortisol plays such an important role in your body functioning at its best. So when you think about cortisol, a lot of people think that it's a bad hormone, but it's not always bad. It's bad when it's chronically high, and stress plays a major role in this. What I mean by this is that when we are stressed, more fat is going to accumulate in our visceral tissue, and visceral fat has 4 times the amount of cortisol receptors than any fat in the body. So what I mean by this is that when we're stressed out, we're 4 times more likely to store it as belly fat. Okay, so I just gave you 2 reasons why you're probably accumulating belly fat and you have that pot belly. I'm going to give you a 3rd reason, and then I'm going to give you solutions and how to fix those issues. So the 3rd thing that we're going to talk about is the fatty liver, and this is such an important topic, and I feel like this is something that people don't talk about as much, or maybe don't have as much knowledge about. So fatty liver is where fat deposits around your liver. So having small amounts of fat in your liver is okay. It's not going to kill you, but too much can become a health problem. So your liver is the 2nd largest organ in the body. The first is obviously your skin, and it helps process nutrients from food and drinks, and it also filters harmful substances in your body. So having too much fat in your liver can cause liver inflammation. which can damage your liver and can create scarring, which in severe cases can lead to liver failure. But most importantly, it's about fructose and sugar metabolism. So what do I mean by this? So sugar is metabolized heavily in the liver, and fructose from excess fruit or high fructose corn syrup gets mainly metabolized in the liver. So your liver can only process so much at one time. So a pot belly or a pooch or belly fat is a lot of times from a fatty liver, which this is so critical to gain control over. It's not only about having belly fat, but it's the long-term effects that you can have because of this that is the main problem. So now I'm going to give you the solutions to burning belly fat in the fastest and efficient way, and it's also going to make you feel better, and you're also not going to be fatigued, which a lot of people with pot bellies and excess belly fat have. So let's go to the solutions. So one thing that helped me, and I will actually link the video down below, and this was a video that I talked about how I lost 10 pounds in my 20s, and I talked about the keto diet, but it's not only the keto diet. I also did it in combination with intermittent fasting, and I know that there's a lot of opinions about this. There's a lot of skepticism and a lot of people that just have, different opinions about the keto diet, and that is absolutely fine. But for me, it did work, so I am going to give you solutions based on things that I did and things that really helped me burn fat faster and help me feel my best. So I started the keto diet about 7 years ago, I think, or 6 years ago, and I did it for about 3 to 4 years, and it really just helped me feel my best. I really lost the weight that I needed. I lost 10 pounds that I had gained when I was in college, and I was just eating a lot of garbage and processed foods. And when I started the keto diet in combination with intermittent fasting, that's when everything changed for me. So the keto diet has a profound effect on visceral fat, especially when you combine it with intermittent fasting. So if you're on the keto diet while fasting, or if you're going into a fast, and in combination with that, you're eating good quality fats, your body will become more efficient at mobilizing the fats in the first place. So what I mean by this is when your body stops getting energy in the form of calories, you're gonna burn through your carbohydrate stores and tap into your fat stores a lot faster. And this is how fat starts burning like crazy. When you're burning fat stores, that means that you're in ketosis. So this is why fasting and ketosis go together so well. So one thing that I would do, and I still do to this day, I probably do it 2 to 3 times a week, is the 16-8. I'm sure that you guys have heard of this before, but basically 16-8 means that you're fasting 16 hours and you're eating within an 8-hour window. So that would work so much better for me than just doing prolonged fast, because I've read about prolonged fast and about doing 24-hour fast, 72-hour fast, and yes, there's a lot of benefits to that. I feel like personally for me, I wouldn't be able to function, and I wouldn't be able to just have the energy that I would want. That's my opinion. I mean, there's a lot of people that have done it and they feel amazing, but for me, I stuck to just doing the 16-8, and it worked wonders for my body, and I felt my best. So one thing that I recommend is that when you're doing the keto diet and when you're also fasting, is to feed your body a lot of omega-3 fatty acids, which are super good high quality fats. And examples of that include wild-caught salmon, good quality fish oils, and also grass-fed, grass-finished beef. So those are things that I enjoy like on a daily basis. I love making at night my salmon salads. I am famous for that. I make myself and my boyfriend, like, we always make salmon salads, and I just love to add walnuts, which are really good quality healthy fats. I drizzle a little bit of olive oil. I add bell peppers, carrots, apples, good quality goat cheese, just all those good fats that are going to help me feel my best. So another trick that I wanted to share with you guys is something that you might have heard of, but you're not expecting. A lot of people talk about exercise, and exercise is something that I implement every single day to my daily routine. Like exercise, I just love exercising. It's something that I've done since I was 16, 15 years old, and I really enjoy doing it, and exercise is super beneficial, but that's not what I'm going to talk about. This is something that is going to help you reduce your stress levels and burn more fat, and that is called magnesium. You've probably heard of magnesium 1,000 times, but are you actually incorporating magnesium into your diet, or are you taking magnesium supplements? Because you might not believe this, but a lot of people are deficient in magnesium, including myself. I actually did some lab work and it came back and I was actually deficient in magnesium, which was kind of a shock because I thought that I was eating a lot of magnesium rich foods, which I actually wasn't. So taking the supplement is going to help you reduce the cortisol levels, meaning that it's going to lower your stress. So if you're deficient in magnesium, our brain is a lot quicker to send a signal to our adrenals. Am I saying that right? Adrenals? I don't know. Anyways, which will skyrocket your cortisol. We don't want that. So I would recommend buying either a magnesium supplement. A company that I've talked about before that I absolutely love is called Thorn. You can find them on Amazon. They also have their own website, and I just really love their supplements because they are super high quality, and yes, they're a little bit more expensive, but you kind of get what you pay for, and I recommend them 100%. I take their multivitamins, I take their magnesium and their vitamin B complex. And another thing that I also recommend is eating magnesium rich foods. And magnesium rich foods are bananas, avocados, organic spinach, cashews, and so much more. So another thing that I eliminated that helped me get in better shape and eliminate my belly fat was reducing fructose. What I mean by this is basically limiting the amount of fruit intake, because fruit is pretty high in sugar, and that in combination with eliminating hydrogenated oils, canola oil, soybean oil, corn oil. Cooking with all of these oils can raise your LDL cholesterol, which technically means your bad cholesterol, and having high LDL can potentially increase a person's risk of developing heart disease. I also avoided high fructose corn syrup, and yes, those Starbucks drinks that you are ordering that have like the mochaccino, I don't know what those are called, the frappuccino with the whipped cream, and all those syrups are super high in high fructose corn syrup. So if I were you, I would eliminate that 100%. That is super high in sugar, it's super processed, and it's just a lot of calories that your body doesn't need. So other examples of where high fructose corn syrup can be found are cereals, sorry to tell you, boxed desserts, canned fruits, and flavored yogurts. And the last tip that I wanted to share with you that is probably the most important of all, and the most simple, I'm still going to repeat it so that you actually do it, is getting enough sleep. But not only getting enough sleep, but getting good quality sleep. Too little sleep or too much sleep can throw your stress and regulatory hormones out of whack, which may lead to gain weight. So interesting fact, just one night of bad sleep can increase levels of ghrelin, which if you haven't heard before, ghrelin is a hormone that promotes hunger, making you more likely to overeat the next day. Reduced sleep may also lead to feeling fatigued during the day, which will obviously reduce the levels of you doing any physical activity because you're going to be so exhausted. That's obviously another reason that people that don't sleep enough tend to gain more weight. So I really hope that all of this information really helps you burn those extra pounds, and not only that, but helps you feel your best, because I remember when I was going through that, I was so uncomfortable in my own body because I knew that I wasn't taking care of myself properly, and I want you to take care of yourself in the best way and love your body because it's the only body that we have, so we might as well take care of it, right? So I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the comments down below what other types of videos like this do you want to see, because I really enjoy reading your guys' comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed watching this video, and don't forget to also follow me on Instagram and TikTok because I post videos every single day on wellness and lifestyle hacks that can really improve your quality of life. I love you guys so much, and I will see you next week. Bye.